Right to find out what lesson do you draw at the personal level. It is a grace. It is a grace. It's God's grace because I was injured somehow. 2 days to the beginning of the competition. That is, I was part of the list. I was among the list of those that were injured. Uh, I want to thank God for this grace. Another question over here. So the illustration of we know your track record in Benin and also Ghana has what has this training brought to you? I think mentally it has brought tremendously to me because my track record in Benin was not an easy task. I think I was able to take my head out of the water. So today the results are there to ascertain. I was a little bit far from my parents while still pretty young, and today by the grace of God, I was able to take my head out of the water. Last question.
Before I came to the tournament, I was a starting player. So my vision is to go back and keep going and fighting for my place.
Thank you.
What? The young boys. What do you say? They should keep believing in themselves. Like nothing is impossible. If you have a chance to do something, just go for it.
Thank you very much. Merci à tous.
The entire competition. The entire competition actually was extraordinary. It was, of course, there were a lot of suspense, a lot of change in the situations, a lot of spectacle as well, a lot of show, I would say. Cote d'Ivoire should be proud of its AFCON. It was rich enough. There were a lot of surprises, a lot of, let's say, cliffhangers. We are very happy to mobilize the people for this AFCON. First, I would like to ask you about the irrational part of your track record, of your achievements. What you are living like is a fairy tale. Is it like a fairy tale? How do you think about? What do you think about it? It's more than a fairy tale than anything else, actually. It's difficult for me to realize what I am going through right now. And when I think about all we went through throughout the competition with hard times, when we were late, when we came back in the last minute, it's quite great. We are lucky enough. We have enjoyed miracles. But we didn't leave anything. We kept fighting till the last minute. We showed that we are men, and in spite of anything, against all odds. Could have organized its first AFCON 40 years ago, and today you are 40 years. What's your feeling? You are 40 years. I cannot tell you my joy. I'm so happy. I'm overwhelmed with joy. I was dreaming to win an AFCON as a player. I was not able to achieve it, but now I had an opportunity as a manager, as a coach, to achieve that dream, or to make that dream true. Of course, this happens in a very particular situation, because this even happens the day of my anniversary, my birthday. I had to support. I had to associate Mr. Jean-Louis Gasset to this victory as well. Of course, he left before we qualified. I celebrated a very particular birthday when he left that day. After, when you have a second chance, you have to take it, to grab it and use it at the best possible. So we use all that effort. We build that effort to.
Christelle Kwasi, A+ Ivoire. Coach, you are African champion now. I'm right there. in front of you. Congratulations, coach. Would like to know. I we were scored, like we had a score during the first half of the match. What did you tell the player? And then you come back on the pitch and you equalize before the last final whistle and the goal that brings the third star to Cote d'Ivoire. What are the words that you said to the players?
Actually, we asked our players to continue fighting, and so we started the match very well. We had control over the ball, we had good possession, good opportunities. Of course, we suffered a goal against the game because we lost the focus at a certain point in time. So we asked them to continue playing, to continue to make Nigerian run on the pitch. So of course, we also felt that Nigerians were a bit tired. They were somehow exhausted. So because we asked our players to continue to pressurize Nigerians as much as possible, because we knew that if we get them exhausted, then it will have more opportunities to continue and play our game.
Agence France Presse, you had a great start as a coach. You're a champion after 4 matches. The coach Peseros underlined that your team managed very well the pressure. I would like to ask, how did you manage to achieve this? Because you were a bit nervous. Maybe I was wrong. How did you transmit the calmness to the players so they keep the game? I'm very calm by nature. I'm very discreet. I'm very calm. I was tired maybe yesterday, but not especially nervous. I would like to also say that we have experienced players such as Mas Gradel and Serge Aurier, who have won the AFCON in 2015. They have a lot of experiences. Even one player was injured, and all these players allowed us, our staff, to appease, to bring calmness to the management of this final. I knew that we were going to have an advantage over Nigeria because they have more experience as final players, but we know that playing the final is a particular match, and on this aspect I think we have been more experienced. Edematic Way, Quotidien, Togo Matin from Togo, congratulations for this win. Apparently you had a very difficult time. You were not the one who built up the team. I would like to know whether you were this coach who would have chosen those players. Would you have called on other players, or would you have made some changes? I would like to know what do you mean by it? The hard time. I would like to know, after taking over and you have succeeded. If you were the coach who were choosing the player at the beginning of this AFCON, would you have the same team, or maybe there were players that you were not going to call? I didn't understand the question, please. It doesn't mean anything. Good evening, coach. Sorry.
Good evening, coach, and congratulations. On ne l'entend pas. On ne l'entend pas. On ne l'entend pas. We can't hear the speaker. Sorry, we cannot hear the speaker. Le son ne vient pas. Oh non, ça ne vient pas. Tu attends? Ok, vas-y.
Were you not doubting at this moment? No, I would say no, because we had a lot of time. We still had time because we were at the 55th minute. We still had a lot of time. We were controlling the match. We knew that we were going to have other opportunities to score, and we had to keep calm. We had to remain calm and control and keep insisting. And we knew that at the end of the match, we were going to score. even the two missed opportunities, we remain confident, and we knew that we were going to have other opportunities to score. The last question at the behind. Been going through a lot of difficulty. We had to deep dive and find the strength to win. We feel relieved today because we know that we didn't make all those efforts for nothing. We have respected the football, because on the first stage group we missed our match, and we were close to the humiliation and elimination. And when we had a second chance, we have been playing with humility, so to not get the second chance to waste. And I feel relieved, and I'm happy for this win. And